seventh graders. Welcome to day 11 of Module 5. This is the last day of the module. We're going to learn about commission. What is commission? Well, let's talk about the difference between two different kinds of job types. The first one is a salary job. That is the kind of job where you make a certain amount of money no matter how many hours you work. Let's say $800 per week. And you can work anywhere between your regular 40 hours, at least that 40, but possibly more if the job requires it, with no extra pay other than what you're expected to make. Compare that to a commission job, like being a car salesperson. This person makes a little bit less per week, by about $500 less, $300 per week, just for going to work and working their regular 40 hours, so same amount of time. But they get extra money based on the percentage of sales that they have. So, for example, if you work for a Lamborghini car store or the Honda car store, depending on how many cars you sell, you're going to get more money. So I want you to think about that and just compare those real quick before we move on to today's lesson. What would you do? Okay, moving on, now that you've thought about it, let's recall that there are two different methods for markups and markdowns. And we're going to use one method today to talk about commission. Commission is something that is added to your salary. So by definition, it's going to be whatever your salary is or however much money you make, plus a percentage of the money that you made in sales. So that's going to look a little interesting. So let's read this first problem. Ken earns a monthly salary of $2,000 plus a 4.5% commission on the amount of sales that he has at an electronics store. 1 month, he sold $5,000 in electronics. What was his commission amount that month? In order to figure out commission, we need to know his percent commission rate, which we know is 4.5%. We also know that each month could be different, and this month he actually sold $5,000 in sales. We also learned that of means that we're going to be multiplying. However, percents can't be multiplied as is, so we always need to convert those to decimals by dividing them by 100. So that's going to give me a number of 0.045. So let's clean this up a little bit. 0.045 times 5,000 is actually going to give us our commission amount. When I put that in my calculator, I'm going to get the dollars that I'm adding on to my monthly salary, which would be $225. So in the final question where it says how much money did Ken earn in total that month, we have to consider that every month, no matter how many dollars in sales he has, he earns $2,000 plus a percentage on his commission, or a percentage on his sales, which we just found out is $225. So this month, Ken earned $2,225. And that's how commission works. Let's move on to another example. Number 2, Keegan earns a monthly salary of $2,200 plus a 3.5% commission on the amount of sales that he has that he makes at a clothing store. 1 month, he sold $4,500 worth of clothing. Let's find his commission amount. That's going to come from his percent commission, which is 3.5%, and that's going to be of his sales. And we learned that his sales is $4,500. We also know that percents cannot be multiplied by numbers, so we have to convert those to decimals by dividing by 100, and we know that of means multiply, so when we find this product, we get $157.50. Now that is the amount that's going to be added to our monthly salary, which is $157.50 plus $2,200, or a total of $2,357.50 in commission. So to wrap up, we need to know the commission amount, and we find that out by multiplying the percent by the sales, and then we add that to our original salary. The final thing we want to show you is some review of some things we've done in the past, and it's been a while when we looked at mark down and mark up expressions. What do? We want to combine them. So when we have a markup, we pretend that there is a 1 in front of this variable, and then we combine like terms. We can combine our 1 and our 0.4, and then we keep the variable p. So this is going to be 1.4p. Let's do the next one. Try it on your own. This would be how you set it up. Put the 1 in front of the p, and since this is a markdown, we're subtracting, so we're going to end up with 0.4 or zero point 0.4, but don't forget the variable p. The last one, I'd like for you to pause the video and try it on your own and check back in with me in a couple minutes. Which two expressions represent a markdown of 70%? Circle two expressions. Markdown means we're going to have subtraction, and we see here that E and F both have subtraction, but what are we marking down? 70%, which means we're going to be able to get rid of F. So E would be P minus 0.7P. When we combine those like terms, we can put a 1 in front of that P and take 1 and subtract away 0.7, and that actually gives us 0.3P, which also happens to match A. These do not work. All right, seventh graders, good luck on your independent practice today. Be sure to reach out to your teachers if you need anything.